Why am I the best player in the world? Well, most people don't think I am, but I'll say that I won 30 out of 32 stream games for like 2 million.
Phill Hellmuth may call himself the greatest of all time, but not everyone agrees. His ego, outbursts, and larger-than-life personality make him one of the most controversial figures in poker. Over the years, countless pros have taken their shots at humbling the Poker Brat, exposing his weaknesses, challenging his claims, and sometimes even leaving him speechless. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video to see Hellmuth's biggest dose of humble pie ever, the ego check. In our next unforgettable clip, Daniel Negreanu delivers one of the sharpest reality checks in poker history. We all know Phill Hellmuth loves to remind everyone that he's the greatest poker player of all time, but when his ego starts inflating to new heights, Daniel decides enough is enough.
Measure who the greatest cash game players are because there's a little buddy.
Well, I'm talking about your genre, which is tournaments, and I'm saying the best tournament poker players in the world, right, today, are generally playing, I'm going to make it 6,000 in the high roller events.
Like this one. I said like this one.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see better players generally in a 25K buy-in than you are in a $300 buy-in. I don't think that's controversial.
That's right.
No, I do get mad at them moving the goalposts, and they're like, well, whoever wins the most money, then I just went out and won all this money. And they're like, oh yeah, but now you're not playing against the best to win the money. Like, I mean, Daniel's like such a politician. He changes the goalposts and changes and changes and changes. And
I think you're going to be up against that forever, Phil.
Yep, agree.
5.
I didn't expect it from Daniel.
It's lonely at the top, isn't it?
Didn't expect it from Daniel, though.
You want me to tell you I think you're better than Phil Ivey at something? What? What do I think you're better than Phil Ivey at? Like, name it. I don't know. What am I supposed to give you here?
I'm not better.
Bingo.
Promoting yourself.
I'm not better at Texas Hold'em than Phil Ivey?
No, you're not better at Texas Hold'em than Phil Ivey.
You want to bet on what he would say? Because
I already know what Phil would say. He's like, oh no, Phill Hellmuth's the best, because he doesn't care like you do, right?
He doesn't care.
He's not going to say something like to, boost his ego or whatever. He doesn't give a what people think, really, in that regard.
So his opinion doesn't matter.
Well, his opinion on who's better, he's going to say you because he wants action. Okay, he's a hustler, old school.
You hit
know
it.
What I'm saying?
You hit it.
Ivey knows him
wanna-
better at Hold'em than he is, and he knows he's better at almost every other game than me. We discussed this. We know this.
You're not better at Phil Ivey at like literally anything except promoting yourself. That's it. That's all you got. Phil Ivey would mash you in every other format, and I'll bet my money on it. And there's Phil Ivey. There's other examples, not even Phil Ivey.
Ouch.
Okay, heights and weights, guys. Heights and weights. Get ready for this. I need a microphone. I have a microphone.
Can we talk about CryptoPunks again?
Are you kidding? This is the stuff that's going to make like.
Your results in high rollers, 25K no limit above. You have 0 firsts, 0 seconds, 0 thirds.
How much
That's
money?
not exactly.
You lied about me. You never corrected.
Wait, is that true or not? Is that a fact or not?
Correct.
Have you had a third or better?
Correct.
He's pretty polarized.
So what do you want to say? You can't beat the high rollers if you never beat them.
I'm up $1.5 million in high rollers.
Congrats on that. But like,
So why do you leave?
I just said a fact because I'm saying a fact. You've never
because
come
you're a
first,
politician.
second.
You just want to spin it.
Because is it true? Have you ever come first, second, or third in a 25K no limit or above?
No, but I'm up 1.6
No.
million.
Well, hold on. The fact is no. So you've never won, you've never come second, you've never come third, but you think that you're the greatest at that format that other people have won 30, 40 million in.
I didn't say I was the greatest at that format, Daniel.
Nick, how do you feel about your seat right now?
I love it.
I didn't say I was the greatest
but
at
your
that format,
plus
Daniel.
money.
That bet you want to make down.
Yeah,
Then I got a
more and
question.
more
I have a
attractive.
question for you.
Daniel
because
tweeted out
you're
that I was
obviously a
losing
sharp
money.
Did you
gambler.
call me or no?
No.
Good full.
Daniel tweeted out.
I don't know.
You're
I'm
obviously a sharp gambler.
I know you're polarized there, but you're
Daniel's
so
a
intense in
politician,
this
so-
conversation. I'm like, is he really pulling?
Even if you get, even
At
if you
5.
trap him, he'll
Ace.
talk his way out of it.
Since
which
you're,
is interesting.
Great.
I folded second.
Sports commentator Nick Wright tries to get to the bottom of why Daniel doesn't think Phill is the best in the world. But come on, Nick. Isn't it obvious? People don't dislike Hellmuth because of his poker skills. They dislike him because he's a sore loser, a sore winner, and a non-stop complainer. Enjoying the video so far? Make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to never miss an epic poker moment. Daniel post-game interview. Let's see how Daniel really feels about playing with Phill Hellmuth. After a long session filled with Hellmuth's usual antics, does Daniel find it entertaining, frustrating, or just another day at the office?
Phill Hellmuth is definitely my favorite player to play against in the entire world, and you just hope that by the end of the thing that you get at least one they, right? Because I knew I made it in poker when he called me a they. He's like, they just don't understand. And I was like, I'm they? I'm part of they. I made it.
You are they. So what's the easiest way to make Phill Hellmuth tilt?
Well, there are some ways you can go real deep and cut, but he doesn't like that. Like when I make the joke about coaches and stuff, he I don't know, he takes that very, very personal. Or questioning his legacy or anything.
There's no mincing words. Daniel enjoys playing with Phill, probably because he loses his cool fairly easily. Do you think Phill Hellmuth tilts easily? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Admit that I'm the one out of line? Are you kidding me? Our next clip showcases one of the most satisfying Phill Hellmuth meltdowns ever. This time featuring an explosive clash with fellow pro Danny Stern. Hellmuth, never one to take criticism lightly, finds himself in a heated back and forth, refusing to admit he might be in the wrong. What starts as a tense poker hand quickly turns into, well, pure comedy.
He's steaming. Donnie, suited in the small blind, calls. Prahlad also suited.
This is a hand a lot of players would defend in the big blind, especially against a steaming Poker Brat.
And Friedman will do so. 3 to the flop, which is 9-Jack-6, top 2 for Hellmuth.
Phil's locking on the tractor beams.
Stern the first to act.
Donnie's open-ended with an overcard.
And bets 30 and folds. And Phill raises to 15,000. Phill gets what he wants.
Wow. Nice hand.
The turn is the 8 of hearts.
Donnie's made his straight. Phil was just joking, but I think his mindset coach must be teaching him the secret or something.
Stern bets 25 grand. Hellmuth quickly calls.
To quote Phil from yesterday, that's a snap call, kid. Even though he's dead to a boat.
The 7 of hearts.
The only thing Donnie's worried about is the slim chance that Phil made runner hearts. It'll be safe for him to value bet this river.
Stern makes it 35,000.
Is this for real? I mean, are these hands for real?
Phil's impression of David after dentist. Wow. Phil can't believe he's been run down again. He may be trying to talk himself into making a I can't be this unlucky call. Getting such a good price.
Wow. What can I beat? I mean, I guess I can beat Jack-8.
Phil's trying to figure out what hands he can beat, and that's why this is taking so long. There aren't any.
All right.
Phill calls.
1, blast off.
I'm shocked he called. I didn't think he was going to call.
These hands for real?
I don't know what you could have to call the raise and just fire. That was weird. I thought you were going to lay that one down, brother.
So sick. Finally decided to play a big hand with the nuts, and they hit their miracle there too.
I thought you said you had 10-8.
I didn't think you were that stupid to believe it, but maybe you are.
I mean, I didn't think you were stupid enough to call, but since we're making personal attacks already.
Yeah, another bad winner, huh?
I'm a bad winner? Is that what you're saying?
Didn't you just say that didn't you say I was just stupid enough to
Didn't
call?
you just say I was stupid enough to believe
Yeah, I'm
you?
a bad loser. You're 10 times as bad as a bad winner.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Because I shot it back at you after you just called me stupid, so I'm the bad winner? Are you kidding?
You needled me about having 10-8. For
I
some
didn't needle
reason.
you. You said I had 10-8.
Obviously, I was kidding. So you needled
Obviously,
me about
you're
that.
kidding.
So
Why
I
is
said
that
something
obvious? You
back
called
to
the
you.
river when there was a 4 straight on the board. Why is it obvious that you didn't have 10-8? Good stuff. How could it possibly be obvious
See,
that
here's
you
the
didn't have
beautiful
10-8?
thing. You honestly don't think you've been out of line at all. And that's amazing to me.
That's what?
I know that I've been out of line, but I'm a man. I admit it. Now's your chance. You're 23. I don't think you could admit it.
Admit that I'm out of line? Are you kidding me?
Wow. Do they capture all this for the camera?
I hope so.
I think we might get that.
This wasn't just a hand, it was a showcase in poker fireworks. With high stakes, fiery exchanges, and some good laughs from Daniel Negreanu, it is everything you want in a Hellmuth meltdown. Stern gives as good as he gets, and watching the Poker Brat unravel is, as always, priceless. Hellmuth's Poker Nightmare. In this next clip, Phill Hellmuth misplays a hand so badly, the entire table can't help but turn into his own personal panel of poker critics. As if they weren't humiliating enough, it's the amateur loose cannon Harlow who is beating him.
He also limps.
We've got some more limping, which is basically like the vulture circling.
Russ raises to 2,000. King, queen. Antonio calls. Tony G, small blind. He's out.
Everybody wants a piece of this loose cannon money.
Ike folds. Jason calls. Phill raises to 11-2.
How much?
9,200 more. Might as well give it to me.
Phill limp re-raised in order to isolate the cannon. At this point, I don't think Russ has much of a choice.
He calls. Antonio folds. So's Jason.
Heads up.
King 5 king, trip kings for Harlow.
Russ has crushed this flop.
Hellmuth checks.
One reason why playing on the internet's better.
He bets 20,000.
45 total, gets them all in.
Phill puts Harlow all in.
No chance he's folding. I think he's just taking a moment to soak it all in.
And Russ calls.
Wow. That's the way it's been going for me.
That's sick. That's the worst.
I think he just got over 100.
He will if his hand holds up.
Phill is drawing virtually
I
dead.
just got over 100. He just has to dodge 2 more hands and come back to mine. So sick.
I'm glad I hit it to 5.
What are you thinking? Are you thinking backdoor flush?
What do you mean, what am I thinking? He has to move in, right? I mean, he
Oh, I mean, you can't move in unless he has a hand. I mean,
How much?
10, 20, 30, 40, 40.
What do you mean, what am I thinking? What the I mean, well, I got in, there's 30,000 in there or whatever. I mean, I'm playing no matter what. I have to give him a chance to bluff off his money. That's the only reason I check.
Phill can only hit running aces or running hearts.
you want insurance here?
So brutal. What a day.
There's some way we can
The
insure
guy
it.
folded so many hands, just waited, and then Phill Hellmuth just doubles him up, you know, no problem.
Instead of like betting 5, and you could just bet 5 and fold. You could put 45 in.
Russ is picturing driving his kids around in that new minivan.
The turn. It's a 6, and Russ has a profit.
Why would he bet 20,000? It doesn't make any sense. If he had a king, why would he bet 20,000?
Because he knows his opponent will ship it with ace high, you know? That was deep love kid, you know? High tech.
46. He's over now, right? No, I was just. He's got like 110. He's got like 110.
I needed that. Well done. Well done, man.
That was so sick.
Very nice.
I got one of these. That's kind of
really pretty. Slapping high.
This isn't just about losing a pot, it's about losing face in front of an entire table of seasoned pros and an amateur. Whether you see this as the perfect time to poke fun at Phill or a textbook example of how not to play ace-9, one thing's for sure, this is peak Phill Hellmuth. And we can't stop watching. Directly at Hellmuth. Make sure to like and subscribe to never miss an epic poker moment, sick suck out, or legendary win. And thanks for watching.